Today's episode is going to be really fun because I'm going to break down the Achilles heel, the things that get in your way depending on your sales archetype. Listen, I know you want to be a rainmaker. You want to control your destiny. You want to build an everlasting, growing business that's highly referred, where people will do business your way, they will follow your path, and they'll be grateful for the professionalism, the advice, and the difference you've made in your life. You want to create freedom and you want to enjoy the heck out of this business and actually have a real business, not a job that constantly feels like a roller coaster ride. So the only way that is going to happen is if first you embody being a rainmaker. You don't just say, my goal is to make it rain and I got to go get business. See, I think that's what a salesperson does. A salesperson comes in, they've got a list, they're chasing deals, but they're really transactional. They're looking for that next refi, that next purchase. They're looking for the next opportunity. A rainmaker is somebody that's looking for the next referral partner who's going to refer them their next 10 deals. They're not looking for the next deal. They're looking for the referral partner. You see the difference? This was a huge shift for me because I was a professionally trained salesperson when I got in the mortgage business. And guess what? I did well immediately because most people aren't even salespeople in the mortgage industry. A lot of people are order takers or they're buddy-to-buddy salespeople. They just figure if they make enough friends, they will do business. I definitely started out as a professional salesperson from day one. I came out of network marketing. I was used to making cold calls. I was fierce and bold, and I showed up and worked my ass off every day. But because I was so transactional and looking for the next deal always, my business plateaued. And it roller coastered because I certainly wasn't building a business. I didn't have a team. I didn't have a process. I was just running off of energy, enthusiasm, passion, and fear. So being a rainmaker means you are building referral partner relationships. You are looking above the transaction and believing that if you add enough of value to other people's businesses, that you will have a mutually beneficial relationship. So here's why most people will get stuck either in buddy-buddy, maybe salesperson, but they don't become a rainmaker. If you're a trust builder, here's what I find happens all the time. You know your secret weapon is that people really, really like you. Once you get them face to face, they generally do not leave you. You focus on your process and behavior and everything you do to build trust with a client or with a partner. That's what you care about, is being trusted. However, most trust builders will get comfortable. In the beginning of their career, they'll go out and meet anyone and everyone because they got to. But once they're established, they have their homies. They got their people that they love doing business with, and they start judging everybody else. Like, I don't know, I don't really like that realtor because I don't have fun doing business with them. And guess what? You're forgetting the point of being a rainmaker. I'm looking for win-win partnerships. I'm looking to do business with people. I'm not here to make friends. Is becoming a friend a great byproduct? Yes, but that is not the primary objective. I'm in business to pre-approve and close loans, and I need to work with people who need that benefit and that service. So I was sitting with one of my trust builders this past week, and I said, listen, the first thing you must do is expand your definition of someone you like, in quotation marks, because you got your 5 or 7 guys over here that you like, and they give you all their business, and you love talking to them, and you go to bat for them. But guess what? All 5 or 7 have no buyers, and you're putting all of your career, your family's livelihood in such a small basket of people. You're really, really vulnerable. And those relationships will probably start getting weird if you're feeling like you got to put so much pressure on such a small group to feed your family. So you must go wide. You must meet more people. So I look for people I like by trying to find common ground. And I will tell you, almost every single realtor I can find common ground with, because they are like us, they are commission only. They are part of the 3%ers of the United States that bet on themselves, that bucked the average system of going and getting a 9 to 5 job with a comfortable salary and instead choosing to bet on themselves and be independent and put themselves out there to be rejected and stomped on, to have wins and failures. And so, right off the bat, I respect them for having the courage to be a 1099 realtor right off the bat. Now, they might be kind of high maintenance, they might be kind of whiny, they might be negative, they might be, who knows what they might be from a personality standpoint. But I can appreciate that we're in the same boat, that they're commission only, that I'm commission only, that they're betting on themselves, that I'm betting on myself. Second, I really look for other character qualities that I can respect and like about them. I want to know their story. How did they get here? Do they have people in their family that told them they were stupid or crazy, and yet they chose to do this anyways? Are they getting uncomfortable? Are they expanding their comfort zone? Are they learning? Are they growing? Do they align with any of my values? My values are loving, committed, courageous, freedom, and excellence. And if they want an extraordinary life, or they really love people, or they are committed, they will not quit on someone, I'm just going to find it through our conversation. I'm going to like that person. Now, what's a deal killer for me? Somebody who's shady or who's gossiping about others or who makes me just feel gross. No, I'm not interested. But if they're leaned in their business and they're wanting to make commission and feed their family, and I have some other character quality that I can admire in them, their diligence, their attention to detail, their persistence, whatever, then guess what? I like them. And no, we probably are not going to be best friends. And no, you're not going to come over to my house. And I probably may never meet your family, but you need someone to help pre-approve and protect you and cover your butt, make you look good and convert leads at a high level. I want to be that person for you. So my number one job for realtors is to make them look good and to make them money. And if they feel that I'm confident that I can do that, I can make you look good and I can make you money because of my process. I'm a great salesperson. I'm ferocious at follow-up. I am detailed in my pre-approvals. Like, they need to feel that oomph, that belief that you have, because guys, are they really going to give you your next commission if they don't feel that? So I hope when you're in a coffee meeting that you lay it all out on the line, that you really pour your heart out and say, I want it, and here's why I like you. Okay? So all you trust builders, start liking more people and don't worry about them being your bestest of friends. Use the strategy of getting those few people that you really like to refer you to other people. The easiest way to do that is to give them a list of people they might know and have them tell you if they know anybody on this list or roster. The easiest way to do that is go look in MMI at their brokerage and find 4 or 5 people that seem to be like-minded to you. They're doing enough business. They're engaged in their career full-time. They maybe have hobbies like you do. And ask the people you trust if they know any of those hand-selected people that you've been scoping on the internet. And then you can stay in your trust builder circle, but expand it. All right, I'm going to go pick on you technicians next. I'm a technician, so I speak this language very well. Here's what I found about technicians. You cannot stand to waste time. Like, it freaks you out and you want efficiency and you want the result. You're super strategic. Here's the problem in having that personality of I don't want to waste time is that often you're focused on efficiency and not effectiveness. So one thing that's helped me is that I care more about winning than anything else. That is my highest thing. So do I want to be liked? Yeah, but I want to win more. Do I want to be perfect and get all the things right? Yeah, but I want to win more. Do I want to be efficient and fast? Yeah, but I want to win more. So what does that mean? If a call requires 15 minutes from me to really go somewhere, that I'm trying to take that call to get that person to the next step, whatever that is, I will take the 15 minutes. And if I can get somebody where I need them to go in 8 minutes, Atta girl, Shayla, because I'm always looking. It's always a race and it's always a time for me. But I'm focused on effective. Something I've been coaching on is efforts of impact. What are those things that we do that actually move the needle versus just checking the box? Because if I'm just trying to slam through a to-do list or slam through a call list or a Tuesday update list, but I didn't move anybody, I didn't squeeze their heart, I didn't make an emotional connection, I didn't leave them with a wow, then I truly wasted time. I could be proud of myself for knocking off a bunch of calls, but they were a waste of time. They were not needle moving behaviors. So, technicians, you have got to focus on being effective. Number two, you've got to show people how great your strategic brain is. Bring them into your office. Let them see you work. Let them see you manipulate all the screens and do a pre-approval and explain all that you explain to influence a buyer on why now is the right time to buy or what the best options are for them. This will build trust because they will see you're capable. The other thing is, technicians, you've got to get away from your desk. Most of you are like me. We sell from our desk, which is fine. You can build a huge business through kick-ass pre-approval meetings because every pre-approval meeting, you need to ask that buyer to go back to the agent and tell them how great you did. Through your transactions by crushing it with a listing agent and asking them for business. But I promise you, you still need to get out in the world. People need to see you and like you. When I first started doing happy hours, I was like, why would realtors want to get together for a happy hour? I'm a high D personality and I'm competitive. Do I just want to go hang out with a bunch of my competitors? No. But realtors don't see each other that way because they need to know people in order to get deals done. There's always two realtors on a transaction. And oh, by the way, most realtors are not technicians. They don't obsess about not wasting time. And they're high eyes on the disc profile, which means they love people and they love socializing. And thank goodness for that, because that's how they network and land their next lead, which hopefully I've earned as a referral. Finally, for technicians, we must learn to trust others. I know many of you came from processing, or maybe you were an LP2 on a team. You're very good with details in many instances. Maybe you are the lone whiz and genius and nobody can calculate income like you can. You're not going to be a rainmaker generating more referral partnerships and relationships if you are always stuck in the files and trying to be the fix-it hero. Give yourself margin. If you think your teammate, your processor, your underwriter needs 24 hours to do something, you tell the customer 48. If you think you can get a pre-approval done in an hour, tell the customer 3 hours. Technicians like to overpromise because we are so damn talented. And then we bring that pressure to our team and show them that we don't trust them or we don't appreciate them. And many technicians have a hard time building a team or keeping a team with those high standards and high pressure. All right, marketers. The Achilles heel for marketers is that you're hiding behind your marketing. Like all of your thought process is going into your brand and the ideas for storytelling and your value bomb emails and your social posts and all this kind of stuff. Great. You're entertaining people, but I promise you, you're not being a rainmaker and growing your business until you get that attention into a business meeting. So pay attention to who likes and comments on your stuff on social. Pay attention to who's opening and watching your bomb emails. But be bold and courageous, calling, DMing, texting, and asking for that meeting. And finally, stop comparing yourself to other marketers. There are some wildly amazing creative marketing people out there, and we all love to watch them. And we all don't feel like we cut the mustard or live up to them. The truth is, a lot of people look really great, but they aren't doing the business. Or they might be making a lot of money, but the amount of money they're spending leaves them very little net to build wealth and live their life on. So stop comparing, play your own game, and realize that Marketing is a great way to have your voice and your visibility working 24 hours a day. But if you don't convert to new meetings every week with actual human beings and build partnerships through those business meetings, you're just impressive online, and that doesn't do anything to grow your business. All right, finally, networkers. So networkers can really get stuck in wanting to know everyone or be well known. In fact, some networkers go to so many things, they can never say no. They're at the Chamber of Commerce one second, they're on a board over here, they're doing a charity thing over here. They are so involved with their community, but they're not converting to business meetings. Everyone knows who they are, but they aren't converting those to actual partnerships. Also, networkers need to realize that you don't have to go to some big grand event to network. You can simply use the same strategy that I taught the trust builders, which is find people who you like or respect or who are at the top of the chain that would be like, wow, this person is amazing, and network through those people. And it's as simple as the script that I've taught on the 10-10-10 challenge, which is who do you know who? Who do you know who is another broker? Or do you know this specific sales leader? Or do you know this specific 6 people at your brokerage? Oh my gosh, tell me about them. What do you know? And then when you call those people, you now have a connection point to network with them. So no hey girl selling, no buddy selling. Okay. First of all, no order taking. If you're listening to Rainmaker, I'm assuming that you understand you cannot be an order taker. That is just not going to cut it in this market. Being buddy isn't going to cut it either because people don't know you're serious about your business unless you're having business meetings, unless you're talking about your goals, unless you're talking about pain points and solutions and what you want to do together. They feel that intensity. Running around being the most popular or noticed or famous online isn't going to cut the mustard either. So we must be professional salespeople and working on becoming a rainmaker if you want the ultimate stability, confidence, and freedom in your business. If you haven't started the 10-10-10 challenge, if you're not one of my Catalyst members or one of my guild teammates, I highly encourage you to get after that. The first step is to redo your top 50 list. 50 people that you would like to do business with or be affiliated with in your professional career. Then you need to rate these people on A, B, or C. A is they already know you and love you and do business with you. B, they like you and maybe they've referred you. They've crossed that trust barrier, but they're not an A yet, okay? They're people you're really working on fostering and landing. C's, they don't know you yet. These might be your whales that you're chasing or people you're idolizing or would love to work with, and you've been very selective in putting their name on the list. You've been intentional. You chose them for a reason. They look friendly. They share the same hobbies. Their kids go to the same school as you. They do great production. I don't care how you chose them, but they're people that you would be excited to get to know. Then when you do this top 50 list, you need to be engaged with these people. You need to fill out their goals. It's one of my lines there, one of my columns. The goals are, what do they care about right now? We're in the second half of 2025. What do they want to create? What do they want to buy? What do they want to do for their family? What numbers do they want to hit? Are they going for Rookie of the Year? Do they want to hire a person? Are they trying to land 10 more listings? If I don't know somebody's current goals and their mission that they're on, am I really connected to them? So no matter what, it's a great opportunity to reconnect and have a business conversation around goals, just so you can fill out my form. And finally, their family. Do you know their family, their kids' names, their spouse's name? But even more importantly, do you know what they're up to? Do you know if they're going to have a knee surgery or they're dealing with allergy challenges or they're trying out for All-Stars baseball? Knowing these things really helps be in connection, but also helps to understand what might get in the way for them accomplishing their goals. How can you, as their partner, supplement, protect, and help them with the real struggles and challenges and goals of their life and what they all have to balance? So I hope this was helpful for you because you can, no matter what your personality is, no matter what years of experience you have, and no matter what your archetype is, You can be a rainmaker, but you need to get honest with yourself on what keeps getting in your way around meeting new people and getting more partnerships. And I hope I've given you a great framework through the archetypes to look those challenges in the face and say, you know what? I'm going to overcome those. I'm going to get support. I'm going to get coaching. I'm going to journal every night and say, did I trust more and delegate? Did I take the time it took to be effective? Did I expand my version of liking and ask for the business? Was I bold? Did I ask? Did I convert a fan into a friend and ask for a meeting? And finally, am I asking for those connections and really getting engaged and connected with people and having conversations that matter? We're in business to change people's lives, to make money and build wealth for our families. And you can absolutely do it with a lot of fun and rad people, but you got to go out and meet a lot of people. When my business really took off, I looked back and over 3 years, I met with 323 agents. I probably had about 50 of them that really got after and did business with me. I didn't focus on the 280 that didn't. I'm focusing on the 50 that did. So stop worrying about the outcome. Get excited about meeting people in your way, in your strength, and let's go be a rainmaker.